saying this, that Johnny Depp has been a victim of media bias and a false narrative for years now, since 2016 when Amber first came out with these false allegations of domestic violence.
I mean, most of you will also agree with me that Johnny has indeed been a victim of not just domestic violence, but also a victim of media bias, as we've repeatedly seen with many outlets. Well now, the case has come up once again in an all-new expose, and you will not believe how thoroughly the case was thrashed out. But keep watching and it'll show you exactly what was revealed.
The case live through the court feed, it's really important to denote it and call out that some of the media outlets are still extremely biased against Johnny Depp.
Right now, it looks like the heat of the Depp Heard trial is only in the US, but spoiler alert, it's actually being talked about in several countries all over the world, and in some cases, the conversation is more skewed than others. One example of this is 60 Minutes Australia, a television news program that did a segment on the Between the Ex-Spouses. But it's not exactly what you think, which is why there is now a big conversation about it online and has also led to them getting called out by the Vault of Truth. So the thing about the 60 Minutes Australia program is that in their coverage of what has happened in the legal battle between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, they were completely biased against the actor, and it was so bad that you could easily tell from a mile away that they were totally against him. But thankfully, the Vault of Truth was there to bust them.
Tune in to the daily vaudeville of the Fairfax County Courthouse in Virginia. Even in their wildest dreams, Tinseltown scriptwriters couldn't come up with lines quite like this.
As you've just seen, the program was held in such a way that they made the whole trial into a joke, specifically because they claimed that Johnny basically wanted to get back in the limelight and that this was his only way to do it. But the thing is that, just like all of their other claims against the actor, they are wrong, as Johnny's only MO, as he has revealed from the start of this, is simply to get his life back. And this is because the actor was fired from his role in a Disney film almost immediately after the op-ed piece by Amber got out. So it's pretty unfounded to say that the only reason he was in court was because he wanted to be in the news. I mean, even following the case, the actor has still repeatedly made the news for all the best reasons. However, the show still had a lot more to say about Johnny. Speaking of the op-ed piece, that actually came up again later down the line. According to the presenter of the show, they believe that Depp took it personally, implying that the post might not have been about the Pirates of the Caribbean actor, but just like all of their other claims. That was also nothing but a lie, and I'll tell you why. If you followed the trial practically while it was underway, you probably heard the ACLU come up a couple of times. Well, that's because they were actively involved in the damaging op-ed seeing the light of day. And what's more is that someone from the organization actually confirmed that there was a prior version of the op-ed, and that said this about that prior version.
It did not refer directly to Ms. Heard's relationship.
Well, all of these just goes to prove how much the media has skewed its view to only see Amber as the victim when she was in fact the violent one in their marriage. And given that this has been a conversation in the world for quite some time now, netizens have been giving their 2 cents about the whole thing. One user who seems sick of all the media outlets going against Johnny wrote, "The PR attacks against JD are misguided, especially since we saw Heard's lies in color. H has no redeeming qualities to amplify. We saw the trial and heard the evidence. Johnny Depp won." Another user with a similar point of view wrote, "I think it's interesting that their strategy is geared towards 2 things. 1, continue to attempt to discredit JD by false narratives. 2, suggest a surge of grassroots and blue-tick support based on the idea of a H as victim and activist. Absolutely nothing about her film career." Well, just like the user has mentioned, regardless of what the media says, the fact remains that Johnny won the case fair and square. And this is the exact same reason why her appeal will also fail. Because let's face it, the truth is already out in the world. And we all know it. That's it for now. I'll see you on the next one.